All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Dr. Stone, Season 4, Episode 37. The finale
of the entire show.
Yes,
Wow.
indeed.
We made it to space.
And we found aliens.
We found aliens. We found Y-Man. Wow. We've come a long way.
We've come a long way, and Senku is going to negotiate for the fate of humanity. Mm-hmm. Bro, I hope you're listening to your charisma main in your ear, because oh no, like obviously you're talking to a machine, but it is a machine life form,
right?
Which maybe Senku actually is thus the perfect one to speak to them.
100%.
Yeah,
but also if it is a machine life form, they can have id and will and things like that.
Ego and
then that means a mentalist can work them. Mm-hmm. It might not. You know, there might be some difficulties because of translation and whatnot.
Sure.
But,
sure.
Just saying.
Just saying. It would be funny, if you will, to have Gen solve, like, by just listening into what they're saying and be like, Senku, I figured it out.
Right.
Like, and be like, oh my god.
Oh, this
Imagine
is
all the
is,
times that Gen could have died, and just the fact that he's actually
and then humanity
here.
Actually
his
would have
scrawny
been
ass is actually here.
Yeah.
Helping Senku save the world. Mm-hmm. It is rather fun also, because then I don't think this is going to end in violence at all.
No, I mean,
but it is really funny how, like, useless Kohaku and our sniper are just being there, being like, we're dangerous.
They were entirely there as a needed precaution, but just because it makes sense for the characters in a story to take a precaution does not mean the narrative needs to actually make it so that they end up being necessary.
That's true. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Sorry, Stanley. I'm sorry. I'll put some respect on your name for sure. But whenever you have the end of a series like this, you gotta have an epilogue.
That's true.
You gotta have something after the conflict's resolved. We gotta have a where are they now? Now, will it be a where are they now in 5 years? Will it be a where are they in 15 years? Will it be a where are they in 1,000 years?
What I mainly want to know is where will Senku end up being? Because given that he's negotiating separate, one-on-one, things could get funky there.
Things could get funky. And one of the things that I want to throw out as a prediction is that if we have any kind of diplomatic, you know, some maybe of the Medusas stay, you know, the majority of them leave, and there's some have you will come back in 1,000, 10,000 years or what have you. They might request that a human being be there for every single visit, and thus be petrified in perpetuity to only be woken up specifically for when they come back to continue the conversation.
Sure.
That could be our Dr. Stone, if you will.
And or where it's the, hey, because things got a bit wild, we do want someone to stay with us so that way we can know that in the same way that we're entrusting our kind to you, you will be entrusting one of your kind to us. And Senku will be like, wait, so you're telling me that
I'll get to go to alien planets.
I'll get to stay on the moon, be petrified forever, and just think about science for the rest of my life. For all eternity.
Nah.
Yeah, no.
Nah.
That'd be...
The more and more I think about it, even with that as well, Senku's gonna get like the 10 billion% best, you know, kind of solution here, where it's going to be no. This works great for both of us, and
I want to see Senku grow old and die this episode.
I think it would be really cool to see him have Byakuya hair.
Yeah.
And
maybe we don't need to actually see him die, but
I
have
think it
the
would just be
proper
fun
end of Gurren Lagann Simone on the beach.
Yes, exactly. I need that vibe as well.
Yeah.
It does not literally need to happen, but if I get that vibe in the slightest sense, I am going to be such a big fan of this finale. There's so much about Dr. Stone that is lighthearted and chill and just
whimsical
good vibes
and
fun. And in a lot of ways, that could be just enough just to see, obviously, Taiju and Yuzuriha bang. I mean, just get married, you know, like
have
just
kids,
just have a good life together without a bunch of nonsense and stuff. And Senku obviously is marrying them, like, you know, in a lab coat, you know.
No, they have a kid and they're like, Senku, we want you to be the kid's godfather. Sure, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, Yeah.
I'll be your god scientist. I know.
Right. I know Taiju's never kicking the bucket.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm ready. I'm ready. Please. I don't need you to surprise me anymore, Dr. Stone. The aliens thing already surprised me
Yeah,
enough.
we're good.
But it would be really fun if there be any more surprises, it be surrounding this conversation. Because
I think there will be a surprise in this conversation.
yeah, for sure.
But we will get that epilogue.
Yeah, we will get that epilogue. So yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, just quiet.
Just like the Civ game that this always was, it ends with a negotiation. Oh.
Whoa.
Sounds good. He'll be cut off.
Oh, cool. Whoa.
Replicated your voice, now it replicates you. That's not what he looks like. We
No!
get to hear it, you bastards. We're not in the room where it happens.
Uh-huh. Still no opening.
Yeah! Maybe there just won't be for this episode.
We're gonna play it at the end, maybe.
There we go.
Yeah! Yeah! Ushers of an exhilarating future. Sure.
Right.
This could be where we go full sci-fi.
Sure.
Like even more with regards to human beings.
Oh.
Wait. No!
パーフェクトラインオブファイヤー。こちらに大勢死者が出るです。
撃つ気はねえよ。てめえらパラサイトだ。宿主とバトルほどアホじゃねえだろ。
Right.
それよがさっきの話だ。
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
で俺らと手組む。
Yeah.
とんでもねえもんが食らう。
Right.
For real.
その達成確率は約 0% だろうです。
We came from this. Yep.
なんもねえストーンワールドのツルピカザルがたった10年で。
Nice. There we
hell
go.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And that was by ourselves. Impractical. Okay.
Just like that.
Yeah.
ただ私一人だけならば連れて行けです。
One stays.
科学クラフトはほぼ 0% だとしても
Whoa.
私一人お前方にかけるます。
Prometheus returning with the flame.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And then they just
And
go
we
back.
go back.
Ryusui, you will not
Just like
believe
that.
this shit.
Yeah, Rusui.
I want that!
二度と石化光線は降り注がねえ。宝章のトロフィーはたった一つの未来科学。
しかし君たちは機械のパラサイトなどと言っていたが、
Yeah.
そもそも最初に誰が作ったのだ？
Right.
Yeah.
わかりません。
Ah.
お前が
That was a long time ago.
最初に誰が作った
Oh, well, yeah.
Okay, fair.
命とは何なのか
Yep. There it is.
命の目的は生きることだです。
石化中が面白いわけもないだろう。違うか。
私など即座に寝てしまったの。
わからない。
わかんねえもんにホワイっつってそそりまくる。そういう妙な貴公子が100億%湧いて出て、今までの1000年もこっからの1000年も。
Yeah, cue the music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's gorgeous. All right, here we go.
Alright. Now let's hope we land well.
Yep, hope the parachute deploys properly.
Alright, it did. Okay.
Ooh. All right, we're back.
Yep.
Hey. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, high fives all around. Yeah, Kusky. Nice.
Perfect. Oh.
Okay, so
All
now
right, cue
epilogue
the.
time.
How many years later?
Yeah.
A few.
Oh,
Only
that's
a few.
dirty. That's dirty.
How
Not
could
telling
you?
us exactly how many.
I guess you don't have to draw too many crazy differences in the character designs, you know.
Sure. Oh shit.
お願いされていたものなんだよ。
やっぱこっちの格好のがしっくりくるよねジ
Yeah.
Of course.
俺何年ぶりよ日本
Oh!
なくてメンタリストよ俺
Ah.
まとめるのに各国への説
Yes. So he's been
Right.
he's been
shipped around
yeah,
everywhere.
he's been overworked to hell
Yeah.
giving speeches.
世界の復興に協力中でございます。
どうせ事業に絡む権利はがっちりと抑えてるんでしょ
Yeah, he can be a terrifying villain at some point. You
Oh
know.
yeah.
Tsukasa?
各地から要請を受けて
Nice.
Bro is Batman? What do you
Yeah.
mean calls for help?
活者が増えるに従って
Oh,
治安の面で
sure.
協力しているためですが
Excuse me.
傘が手を振るだけで
He just says hi! Yeah, where's every... Sure, sure.
course.
Oh my god. Ah, right,
There we
right,
go.
there we go. Some professionals here. Oh my god.
Wow. Yeah, opened a dojo. Nice.
Wonderful, wonderful. Oh!
Nice.
Yeah!
Actually finishing medical school.
Yeah, perfect. Getting to map out new areas of the
Oh,
world
right,
and
because
stuff.
everything's changed, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
ゆずりはちゃんはタイジュちゃんとファッションの会社を立ち
Oh,
Cool.
お二人だけでなく未来様とルリ様もご一緒
wonderful.
もちろん毎日科学クラフトを続けてる
That's right.
でもね今日これだけは出なきゃ
It is a wedding for
That's
them.
right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm throwing rice
Yeah,
with
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Yep, let's go.
結婚式2日目
みんなの都合を考えて参列しやすくしたんだって
Just 2 weddings back to back.
めでたい
みんな久しぶりだし
What do you have in that pack?
Gifts, I guess.
このような席だいやこのような席だからこそ聞いてもよかろうそろそろどうなっているのだ
Oh.
Mmm.
Nothing. Oh.
今のやべえ科学クラフト仕上げたら俺らも結婚しようぜ
Just like that.
Yeah.
やべえ科学クラフト
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah, what is this big science project?
俺やヒョウがそしてゼノがかつて手を
Sure.
避けようとした旧世界の支配は
And we do it again.
いずれにせよ私たちはこの新世界の法整備が済み次第逆に裁かれる立場にありますがね
Oh, whoa, sure. Because this is all very new.
Yeah, yeah.
科学チームのクラフトによっては
Well, right, because we're doing wild shit with our Medusa here.
Yeah.
天空ちゃん
Oh. Oh. Oh.
各国から集まった科学者チームが石化
Obviously, I'm a huge fan of
Those buttons, good
Dr.
lord.
Stone.
質量つまり重さをゼロにすれば飛べるし
Oh, shit.
がヒックス場から受ける抵抗を増やしたものが石化だ。
あはい
Oh.
That's
聞いてくれ石俺は今
And we're going in.
今からユズリ派と結婚する。
そりゃすげえ興味深い深い
Fascinating.
打ち切れるほど応援してるわ
Vociferously.
このなんかごい数すぎる装置がやべえ科学クラフト
I'm. What is it? Like an FTL? Like.
過去に戻り 地球への突撃を止めれば
Wait.
私たちの仲間も
Wait.
大量死を免れるます
Okay. No way.
A time machine.
No.
No.
タイムマシンを
What? Yes, of course.
That way, yeah, because why rebuild all of humanity when you can just...
過去に放って犠牲者たちを石化させておけば本当に救えるのかも。
That's all you'd use it for. Wow.
Okay.
情報だけでも送れれば人類を救う AI を送り込
Yeah.
Sure.
あらゆる科学は欲しがられながら最初は不可能と現れそして乗り越えられてきた。
I love that we're just fully jumping the shark at
Yeah,
this
yeah,
point
because it's
here.
the last episode. Oh my god.
千空ちゃん
Yeah.
And that was how the machine life form of the Medusas was originally created.
何十年何百年いや何千年か
When do we get a time machine? It's irrelevant.
Yep.
科学で時間すら超えて放り出しまくんぞ宇宙の新
Wow.
All right.
This is gonna be exhilarating. Yeah.
There we go.
これは
Sakai.
Good morning,
world.
Yeah!
Oh, that's why.
Going back to the first
All
LP.
the way. It's
Got a time
classic.
machine after all.
It works.
Yeah.
The end-to-end to be continued. Wow. Oh, now here's our very
Okay,
far
okay,
in the
all right.
future. Yeah. Oh, and these are all exhibits
Oh,
now in the
shit.
museum.
Oh,
Yeah.
That, I love it.
ストーンワールドにゼロから文明を築いた
Wow. Yeah.
Huh?
復興を遂げた新世界で
Right. There we go. Dr. Stone.
ドクターストーンと
And now you end it. Oh, they are the freaking awesome anime. Oh,
Yeah.
Whoa.
And all the moments at the end where you see the person like making the title for the next episode, that's actually from the rebuilt future of humanity.
Oh, sure.
Headcanon, you know.
Yeah. Very fun headcanon. And it's over.
And it's over.
And it's over.
Oh,
All
man.
right.
Oh, shit.
I love that truly wild shit was like the, yo, this is what's going to divide you.
Right.
99.9% of you are going to be like, nah, illogical, pointless, not fun, reckless, or not worth our time. Goodbye. And they just immediately fuck off. And then one of them's like, you know that?
I'm up for it.
I'm
I'm
up
feeling
for it.
adventurous.
Yeah.
I know this wouldn't happen, but I love the idea that at the end, after they destroy the time machine, they sent a radio signal out into space being like, hey, bitches, we made a time machine. Oh, shit, really? It's already destroyed. No!
We gotta go back. I love
Wait.
that time travel is the ultimate jumping of the shark here at the
Yep.
end.
And so they do it at the very end.
Because we went full science fiction with having the alien Y-Man set up here, but then being the mechanism by which they say they did not need to explain this, but in a very light way, saying that they've got complete control over their own mass.
Right.
And that's how they were
float.
able to, well, not just float, but thus they were able to petrify
Right.
everybody.
And because you have petrification, which we've established as a way to effectively beat death, then the idea of having a time machine and going back to save people isn't as much of a problem anymore.
Right.
Because then they just get petrified. So you don't even theoretically have to worry about the issue of like butterfly effects because the people were alive. Because just don't petrify them until the time machine gets invented and you do it.
Yeah.
And then there you go. Right?
Yeah.
Might have a bit of a rude awakening for some people that are like, oh shit, I thought I was dead a while back and now I'm not. And you know.
Yeah. It would have been very sweet and sad, but probably introduce a lot of like writing complications for us to show specifically when they petrify them.
Sure.
In such a manner that doesn't, break timeline stuff, because how much Byakuya did, for instance, to set up the world in such a way so that they could end up
Right.
having the information within these people in order to get Senku to this place here. But was a lot of that stuff actually like fully necessary? You know?
and
It's kind of a fun thing there. There's obviously the deposit within the spacecraft and everything.
And
satellite was all
theoretically,
very
it could be he's in a situation where, a bit before his death or something like that. Like, who knows how precise they'd be able to be with it. But then they just petrify him. And then it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, he's still really old, but now we have modern medicine. And so, we help him out and all that stuff. And at the very least, Senku's able to see his dad one last time and be like, hey, Dad, I did it.
That would have been a very sweet way, I think, if you wanted to say that.
To have like a specific one get shown?
Yeah, that this ending was one that would have been very, very sweet. Is just to have it's maybe just because I love Byakuya's character so much, but I would have loved to see Senku and him just kind of having a high five as well.
Yeah.
And it's just something of like, holy shit, son. Not even need to say anything, just kind of smile and cry.
Yeah,
and it's just like,
all right. I didn't know it would look like this, but I knew you'd do it. Yeah. And they're also, even just in headcanon land, right? We saw the point at which Byakuya died, right? But maybe we didn't quite see the whole thing.
Sure.
Maybe.
That's true.
Maybe right at that moment where he's dying, then he sees, a green flash of light from nowhere, because also, as far as the time machine, the idea of, no, we're not sending people back in time.
No.
We are sending petrification beams back in time.
Well, they did.
Right.
But they did specifically build a cockpit into this to send people with then probably our little friend,
Fair.
back in time. But yes, it is very funny to me that the alien part is actually the part that I have the least issue with in terms of this finale, but that they are almost like cock teasing us by being like, oh, and time
we
travel.
We did a time machine. Because the consequences of time travel are only a problem if the story continues after it, right?
Yeah. So basically, humanity becomes gods here, and we've won everything.
And if anyone
time is ours now. That's wild. Yeah.
And if anyone were to be able to figure out how to use time travel properly, it would be Senku.
It would be
Zeno
Senku
with a whole army of other scientists from the world, where they're like, all right, we've watched all the movies, right? And we know time travel is a bad idea, right? Yes. Well, actually, I think get him out of here.
Like that one.
No,
demoted.
Yeah. You're gone.
Yeah. You are never
all right.
getting security clearance again.
No, right. So now that that's taken care of, all right, what's the way we do this properly?
Right. So having all the things that they've built up until now being actually a part of the roadmap was also really fun as well.
Yep.
Seeing a lot of the things that they've gathered resources-wise in order to set this up. It's also really fun. But, yeah. Okay. That's it. Humanity had its conversation with the Beyond.
Yep.
They said, nah, get good.
Yeah.
Left. Humanity was like, well, we got a trophy out of this. We will then build with what little we have.
Yep.
And go from here. And we do not need any follow through on like the course of humanity as a species or anything like that.
Right.
But it was rather sweet to then see, oh, yeah, everyone got to lean into their strengths even more in the new world that we're building.
Right. And we get to see the wedding.
Oh yes, the wedding was sweet. It was not really much of a ceremony to even observe. It was more just we got to see them dressed up and
confirmed that they got married.
They got actually married finally. Our lovebirds actually found happiness and didn't have any more bullshit getting in their way.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
The idea of Gen being like, oh, I'm worked to the bone because I am. Everyone else gets there like, okay, yeah, you can do your thing in this corner of the world or whatever. Meanwhile, me, no rest for the wicked.
Suit and go talk to everybody.
Oh
my god! I just love the fact that the story finally acknowledges what I've been saying for years now. Gen has been carrying this whole damn story on his back
and his tiny little back.
Yep, his
scrawny little shoulders.
Yeah, his scrawny little shoulders. Yep. And y'all need to appreciate him.
Yep.
The first character that we see on the way into the future.
Can you imagine
in a suit?
Can you imagine
with his goofy ass lovely hair?
You're some of the people that woke up from the old world, having been petrified, and you get the full like information download update of everything that's happened. And then this kid who's in his early 20s or something.
Oh,
now,
for sure. Yeah, he's an adult. Yeah,
this dude just walks up and is like, all right, hi. So
you're finally awake.
yeah, let's talk. And you're like, this smarmy, cocky little shit. And also, wait, you're telling me you kept humanity unified in a stone world? Yeah, okay. You had some genius doing science stuff.
Some of the parts we
made it work eventually.
Yeah, somehow we didn't have any deaths for any of those conflicts.
Right. yeah. And he's like, and you did all that. So we need to talk. Okay, sure. Like that's it. Like. If you actually believe the crazy shit that is being told to you, that's like the ultimate, like, all right, I guess this dude
he's him.
He's him. Like, all right, what do you need?
We'll set you up.
How does this go exactly?
Yeah.
But
and then eventually it all becomes a museum towards
that's great.
The past. He was our Dr. Stone.
Right. And we can go, super far into the future and everything and everything where these characters, they're memories in a museum and a picture, and they kept the goofy picture because of course. But
one of them was like really insisting we not use the professional picture. I don't remember which of them it was.
Yeah,
it's one of the ones with their tongues out,
Right.
But man,
great
this
show.
This is a fun show to now think back on as not just the journey side of things, as Senku pulls out the stone hammer when they're like, we can morph ourselves to look like you and stuff.
And then they decide to do
the most horrifying
skull thing. Like, I get it. This has been the antagonist for this series, but like, you could have just formed like a robot-looking Senku. We could have had mecha.
That's
Senku.
what they did. That's what they did.
Yeah, of course.
Yep. See, so they needed a really good volume cover, and they need.
No, I mean, it goes hard.
It goes real hard.
And the fact that it's like, we have those the petrification glow things. Yeah, that'll just be the eyes
and the mouth.
Yeah, and it's like, okay.
Oh, that
all right. I like it. I like it. But also, I didn't know that machine life forms could be so jaded and downers. Our characters made goddamn miracles happen.
They almost got into conflict there for a second.
Which is like...
That kind of threw me.
Yeah. I think that was... I think that was literally just so Stanley and Kohaku would have something to do. Yeah. Yep.
But, yeah. Senku, I'm sorry. You made a convincing argument, at least to me.
Yeah. No,
the we could do wild shit. Only getting one of them, I feel like that's perfect for the story complications of having then just one that they have to worry about.
Oh, definitely.
Who knows about it, where
and
it
as
is,
far as
all that.
Humanity and none of them being used as weapons, for sure. That being said, how many thousands went to Earth and rusted away? When you hadn't even determined that
they're not going to be victims to the sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah, fair. And this is an outsider.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. They learned their lesson.
They learned their lesson.
And they're like, nah, we are.
This has been a lot of trouble to get to this point and have this conversation, and this is what you're proposing. Yeah, bye. No.
Yep.
I also love it because there's almost like we heard those words and exit your mouth, and then immediately we're like, nope, that's the kind of thing that...
We had a feeling that that's what you would say.
Or not even a feeling, just we instantly computed the theoretical futures based on that response and just said, nah.
Sure.
Nah.
or maybe another headcanon. I don't think this is likely, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But they instantly ascertain the situation and they're like, so with what we observed of them beforehand, it would actually be bad if multiple of us stayed behind, right? Yeah. Okay, so one of us stays behind. And because they like a challenge, they do better when there's a challenge. We need to insult them before we go. We insult their intelligence, one stays behind.
But their goal is survival. They don't care about
they
don't care anything about.
Yeah, if they wouldn't get benefits from that. It would just be the one that stayed behind that would get the benefits.
If anything, the deep part about this episode that I think is fun, and you'll see why I'm giggling at that, is that this species never moved beyond survival. They never evolved beyond the need for anything beyond other than
That's
survival.
true.
And it might be because they're machines, actually.
Sure, they're rigid.
Well, they were created by something,
Yeah.
and
That is
they
fun.
were programmed in a
No.
specific way, were basically to propagate and have their own
Yeah,
survival.
that is
Whereas we as a species absolutely have coded into our DNA the desire to survive above all else. Like that is a very intrinsic part of our DNA, and yet we have so much other stuff that has evolved from that.
Yeah.
Which is fascinating if you think about it. Like,
That is
some of those processes are so useless in terms of survival.
right. Well, and that is a very fun way to kind of debunk the AI problem.
Oh, sure.
Where it's like, well, okay, sure, but if a machine life form happens, it's super advanced, all that stuff, but it's just in survival mode, right? Always, because that's what else matters, right? You know, then yeah, it would kind of just do its thing, and as long as its survival didn't mean destroying everything else, but also it would be motivated to make it so that wasn't the case, because otherwise other things would be invested in its not survival.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just sort of roams around and does its thing.
Just does its thing. Yeah. Because a lot of our mentality, you know, comes from some of these emotions, these
absolutely.
hard to quantify desires that are shared, you know, by the large throughout our species.
Right.
And it's like, well, how do you imagine living in life without those things? You know, like those are wait. Yeah.
What does that even mean?
What does that even mean? Yeah, what would it mean to basically have life but with no fun?
Right.
What? Like from the very beginning, I'm watching my baby grow, and I'm watching and imagining the like, oh, the joy it has when it like switches from like, I'm not getting what I want to like, oh, I'm getting what I need. Oh, this is great.
Yeah, yeah.
And then imagining like, oh, very soon it's gonna be giggling over just the faces I make.
Sure.
Like
sure.
that's
And 20 years later, it's, you know.
Yeah, it's got all kinds of know
Right.
complex things and stuff. And it's
Yeah.
like we as human beings are so privileged to live an existence that survival is like
We can get to a point.
survival is so base in terms of like
Yeah. And
oh, it's
if you were
fascinating.
to think about it, that is also maybe one of the big ways to differentiate us from the other animals. It's the same kind of thing that Y-Man had, you know, the Y-Man, right? Where we can go beyond just the idea of survival, right? The idea of enjoyment and, you know, self-awareness and the like general quality of life and things like that. And that's pretty great. That's like, that feels like it's repeating back on the message of hope for humanity. And isn't it wonderful, right? That we can even have this kind of existence.
Sure.
Because if we all came from muck or whatever, right? And I guess if we did, then theoretically other, you know, life forms could too, right?
Sure.
But we're here.
Yeah.
So great show.
Great show.
That was a nice victory lap.
Yeah, it was a nice victory lap, and kind of left most of the complex conflicts in the previous episode. Like, it's maybe the curse of an anime adaptation versus a manga, where a manga you can kind of settle in on a page and get maybe like a little bit more time to focus in on those things. Whereas this episode, we're just breezing right through because we have, you
the
know,
negotiations didn't work.
the negotiations
They didn't
didn't
like it.
work. Right.
Yeah.
But like
That's because Gen wasn't doing them.
true. My you know, greedy ass wanted there to be back and forth and a conversation of
totally.
sorts and all that.
Yep.
And while, you know, that's a different story. That's a different kind of
It does
narrative.
That would take some of the focus off of humanity. While
Sure.
also it would still be on life as a whole, though, since machine life form.
Yeah.
But
Okay. If anything, just
this show's done.
yeah, I'm just surprised that the show ended, and it ended soundly And now I guess the only thing that's left is to go back and watch, maybe like for specific little things that are kind of fun little hints of where we were going. There was a lot of fun stuff with surrounding the deposit of, was it diamonds that Byakuya left?
Oh, it was
for
all
them?
kinds of stuff.
No, all kinds of stuff. But the really precious resource, was it platinum?
I want to say
it was platinum.
It was platinum. Yeah.
It was platinum. Okay, right. Because that's the key then for the revival fluid and all that stuff. Yeah. So, okay. So it does feel like there was a point when maybe they just had the idea that it was aliens all along, but there was a very clear point where we shifted to it's these Medusas.
Yes.
And that was kind of a...
Yeah, once the Medusas showed up with the one island, that's kind of...
Yeah, it felt like there was a pivot also in the story,
Sure.
vibe-wise at that point.
Well, because then you had...
other human colony,
Exactly.
other human island cultures and stuff, and
you had far more reasonable... or far more traditional antagonists than just there's some humans and we don't get along and they have different ideas of how things should be and so they're wanting to destroy us, right?
Right.
Like, we didn't have entrenched antagonists. We didn't have ex-special forces just special forces soldiers and things like that.
yeah, I'm just thinking back to being like, oh, a lot of that, now that I think about it, was scaffolding for
this.
the Medusas specifically.
100%. Yep.
Like,
Given how kind
Yeah.
of side story that island arc was,
Yeah.
it effectively was the Medusa introduction arc.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just something that I think...
And then
I
right
didn't
after that,
really
you go into
notice-
effectively kind of the big finale saga of the show.
Sure. I just think I didn't really notice that at the time. I think it just makes me really appreciate the earlier beginning stuff even more.
Yeah.
Despite it being so
small in scale.
Well, so small in scale, but also so petty in the conflicts of
Yes.
the idea
Yes.
that basically we have a human being who has, belief and hope for the species, and we had another human that basically
doesn't.
had kind of a doomer belief of the species and
jaded.
stuff.
Yeah.
And so...
And now they're fighting.
Right, now they're fighting. And, the question of why, man, I guess at the end of this being, do you want to die and stuff, it does kind of ring stronger in those earlier parts, because it's like, wait, you were just given immortality and a second chance and all that, and you're
immediately you're
already
killing
at your
each other.
throats to kill each other.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that's going to feel more thematically resonant on rewatch than not. But I also feel like it makes the struggle in the series so sad that it could have gone much faster too, if not for that. And so the time machine is actually potentially a way of also not undoing those conflicts in any way, but giving the characters who made those many mistakes along the way a second chance as well. There could be some fun stuff there as well.
In my mind, it also, or just where I went with it, is it also feels like the earlier in the Civ game is where things tend to be more fun. Right, because that's where it's like, oh shit, we just have to figure out how to get bronze working, right?
We got to figure out how to do farming.
Yeah, exactly.
We got to figure out how to bring people together and do crop rotation.
We need to make sure that this civilization won't just fall apart and die
because disease hits us.
Exactly.
Whereas sanitation.
Once you get later, it's like, all right, this civilization isn't going anywhere. Now we just need to make sure that it does well.
Right. Right. But wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, yeah.
Good
Share
shit.
Dr. Stone with your friends that haven't watched it, because it's a finished anime series, and
It is indeed.
there aren't many of those that are of this caliber,
and also of this size, right? Because even though it's not super long, this was
this is a meaty series.
it's been a staple of our channel for a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we're in this new generation of anime where anime get adaptations and they get finished, and they are
And it's
also
wonderful.
they're also not just there to drag out the series as long as possible.
Right, exactly. They actually
like once we started this series, there was a very clear sign of this will end with them in space because of who Byakuya and and Senku were.
Yes.
You know, that they were dreamers who wanted to go to space and stuff. And so it's the cool. So
Natural
that's
conclusion.
that's the natural conclusion. And so once it does, it's the and the series is over.
And all of the arcs along the way had their
steps to get here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion and our Dr. Stone reaction series and discussions. If you want to see the next show's first episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.